So the first thing we'll do is we'll put the bottom bracket in. Now I've just sat these in here for now just so that I can show you. So you can see these these have like been on the bike for about 5 minutes. I must have taken them off for some reason and put a different crank on, I don't know. But it has on it which way to tighten. The bottom bracket on this side here, you can see that normally you turn in that direction to tighten. It's got, this is on the right side. So this is going anti-clockwise to tighten, which is different from what you would normally do. And then the other side is the same. So I'm going to put some grease, on these. It said in my notes that we only put a spacer on the drive side when we're using the 73mm bottom bracket, the mountain bike bottom bracket width there. The tool that we use to tighten it up, it's just simply doing this one-handed so it's not lining up. There we go. Bottom bracket tool. Now these are different sizes for different bottom brackets. So this is a common one. These tools don't cost a lot. So I will just put the camera down, grease these up and put this on. Now when you are tightening these up, it's always good to make sure you don't cross thread them. So you might need to turn it in the opposite direction, like the unscrewing direction, just until you feel that the thread has clicked in the correct place. And if it ever feels too stiff, or you can see that it's going in at an angle, definitely stop and recheck. So if you've been making a mental list of the parts, you'll be thinking, what else do I need to build this bike up? And yes, you'll be correct. I just need a Shimano 12-speed rear mech and a Shimano compatible 12-speed chain. I think they're the only things I need. Oh no. And some discs, and I need some calipers, discs for the Le Cabra as well. So I'll have a look online and see what both this and the Le Cabra, ideally I'd like to have maybe 180 on the front and 160 on the back, something along those lines. Okay, so that's the bottom bracket in there. I think what we'll do next is the headset. Okay, so this is the headset. So this is the fork race that goes and sits on the fork. Then this bearing sits on top of that, like so. This gets pushed into the frame, and I'll show you how we do that. Then this gets pushed into the top of the head tube. That sits inside there. Then we have this little plastic washer that's going to sit on top of there. Then that sits all on top. And then we have this. Now I don't need to put the star nut on because the fork already has one inside it from when it was used last. And you're going to see a close-up of this and see how it all comes together. So this is the bottom bearing, and I'm going to put some grease on that before I push it in there. And this is the top bearing, and again I'll put some grease on that before I push it in there. Actually, that doesn't need pushing in, it just sits in there nicely. And again with that one, so I don't need to press those in, those are just going to sit in there. With my straight headsets I need a bearing press, but this does not require one, they just sit in, which is lovely. But I'll still put some grease on them and we'll see how that goes together. So this is the fork, that's the star nut that's already been pushed in there, and then this is the fork race that just pushes on there. It's got a little split in it, so sometimes you have to bang these on. I have a tool to do that, but with this I won't need to bang this on, so I'll just push this on. So there it is, it's just sat on there nicely, and I'll just move the camera and then construct the rest of the headset. Remind me the next time I am online that I need to buy some more grease. If you could do that, guys, much appreciated. So as I'm building this up, I'm going to make sure that I get an Allen key ready and tighten this on, otherwise the forks will fall out. So there's the Allen key ready for that. Just put that there for now. Just getting all the other headset bits lined up, because once I put these forks in, I don't want to let go of them. So that's the bottom bearings, so those just sit on there. Then we just push these in. There we go, lovely fit. Those bits just go on top. That little clear plastic washer just sits down there. And we got the like weather seal, I suppose you could call it. And then as you can see, the forks would fall out if I was to let go, so that's why I just had to get everything ready. And then all I'm going to do is just nip this up, like I say, just so the forks don't go anywhere when you let go. So there we have it, suspension forks fitted. So let's have a close-up, hey? This is going to look one sweet bike. Look at that. Oh, I forgot to mention, didn't I? This frame, guess how much? £130. £130 from Wiggle.